Hey guys, it's Mackenzie. Welcome back to my channel. So today I have a ship with me video to share. Today is Tuesday, November 23rd, and the last time that I shipped, I can't remember if it was either Thursday or Friday. I can't remember, but either way, I had a ton of sales over the weekend as well as yesterday, which was Monday, so we need to go ahead and get into it. I believe I have over 50 items headed out the door, so let's go ahead and get started. First off, we have this Eileen Fisher long sleeve. It's like a drape neck long sleeve top. This is more of a basic piece from Eileen Fisher, which do tend to sit a little bit for me. This one probably sat for about 3 or 4 months. But I did want to get it because it's organic cotton and virgin wool, so it's an excellent fabric blend, and it's just a really nice kind of closet staple for someone. So this piece, Posh VA sent out a $35 offer with discounted shipping, and someone that the offer was sent to, I'm sure it was sent to like 3 or 4 people, whoever has liked the top got the offer, and one person countered at $25, which I did go ahead and accept, making my earnings $20 and my net profit $18. So happy about that. That's right around what I would expect for this type of piece. Eileen Fisher has an incredibly high retail price, but the resale value isn't really close to that retail price unless you find a very current piece and it's new with tags, or it just has something amazing going for it, like if it's 100% cashmere or alpaca. But across the board, generally I don't pay up for Eileen Fisher basics because I know that they won't, they're not going to have a super high return. Okay, next up we have Banana Republic grid print. It's like a grid print slash window pane print, and I just grabbed this from the bins. It was a little bit of a slower day, and so I thought this would just be a nice kind of closet filler slash bundle item. It did end up selling on its own though. Again, my Posh VA sent out an offer on this for $25 with discounted shipping. That was accepted. My earnings were $17.54, and so my net profit was about $16.54. I probably only paid about $1 for it at the bins. I don't always pick up Banana Republic by any means, but the fact that this had a really nice kind of minimalist contemporary grid print, I like that. It's also the boyfriend fit. It just said that on the tag right under Banana Republic. That's how I knew it was the boyfriend fit. So it had, you know, several things going for it, and I thought it would be just a nice addition to my closet. I would say I've only had it for maybe 2 or 3 weeks now, so pretty quick sale here. I can't tell if the top of my head is cut off. I don't think it is. Okay, moving on, we have a hat. And I already have it packaged up. This is, actually that's not it. This is it. This is box number 7 from USPS. This is my biggest bundle box that I order. And I just went ahead and put the hat in here. I do need to lint roll it really quick. So this hat is by the brand Wyeth, which I had never heard of. I just picked it up based on style at the bins, threw it in my cart, and as I was waiting in line to check out, I was gonna buy it either way if it was, you know, like a great brand or not. I just like the style of it. But as I was in line, I looked up the brand, and apparently this brand is sold at Free People, Anthropology. It's had a collab with Madewell, so definitely a hat brand. I don't know if they only make hats. I'll have to look into that, but definitely something to look out for. And this did get quite a bit of attention after being listed. I would say it sold a couple weeks after being listed, maybe even only a week. Yeah, I think it was right around a week after being listed it sold. So I always put my item in, add a piece of paper, and then add a thank you sticker. That's kind of how I box up larger items. So I listed this hat for $35. Someone sent me an offer of $25. I did counter that to $30 just because the retail for this brand apparently is pretty high. $30 was accepted, so that made my earnings $24. I paid about $1 for it. It was very lightweight. It was like a packable kind of hat, so it can be kind of folded up, even though I was kind of cautious with it with using a bigger box. But yeah, super lightweight, so my net profit was $23 on that. Next, just a little sports bra. Again, just a quick pickup at the bins. It's hot pink, Nike, dry fit, and I have mentioned it several times, but I do really like grabbing bras and ties, scarves, belts, anything that is super lightweight but still somewhat substantial I will get, because the return on investment from the Goodwill outlet is insane. If you're unfamiliar, you pay by the pound there, and so the less something weighs, the less you pay, and that means the higher your return on investment when it sells. So I love getting bras. This I listed at $15. It did sell for full price, so my earnings were $12 and my net profit was around $11. I'm pretty conservative with my guesstimate on how much I paid for everything. I just quickly guesstimate it, so I probably didn't pay $1 for that. I probably paid closer to 25 cents. So yeah, just keep that in mind when I'm talking about my cost of goods. It's usually probably like 50 cents to 75 cents cheaper than what I say. Okay, next up, Comfort Colors. This is a size extra large. I see this brand all the time at the bins. It's usually like sorority and fraternity stuff, but this is Stars Hollow, which is a reference to Gilmore Girls, and there are so many Gilmore Girls fans out there, me being one of them. I wouldn't say I'm like a diehard fan, but I do really like the show. I like all of the characters a lot. And so with this being a pretty relatable graphic, also a size extra large, and it has this fun like sun washed wash to it. So lots of sellable factors here. I listed this at $32, and within a couple hours of being listed, I got an offer for $25. I did go ahead and accept that just because I don't think the retail price was too high on this. I think you can order this sweatshirt from Etsy for, I looked it up before I accepted the offer, but whatever it was priced for on Etsy, it made sense for me to take the $25 offer, so I did. That made my earnings $20 and my net profit around $19. So happy, always happy with a quick sale. I hope the buyer really likes it. I think this is a really nice, comfy, cozy piece that also has a fun little homage to a great show. Okay, next up we have a long sleeve. This might look pretty plain and basic, but it is from Reformation, and if you're familiar with that brand, you know that basically anything that they make is a little bit higher tier than your typical basic shirt. So this is really soft and stretchy. It looks like it would be super flattering. It's this nice ribbed material. I listed this for $32, and again, a couple hours after being listed, I got a $28 offer, which I thought was super fair. I went ahead and accepted that, making my earnings $22.40. This was another bins find, and so my net profit was right around $21.40. It's so insane what you can flip at the Goodwill outlet. I'm kind of mad at myself for not shopping there more sooner, like not shopping there in a larger quantity sooner. But I don't know, it's a very hectic place to shop. It's very tedious. You have to deal with a lot of things that you don't have to deal with at other stores, but honestly it's worth it with the profits that you make once you get used to the kind of, I don't know what the word would be, primal environment. Is that the word? Yeah, I guess honestly that's the only word that I can think of right now. Once you get used to it, it's not so bad. Okay, so next we have a 4-piece bundle. First off is this Wildfox graphic sweater. This is called the baggy beach jumper. That's a specific style of sweatshirt from Wildfox. It says Buongiorno, really cute. And then second piece is this t-shirt that says Ciao. It's from Soul Angeles, which is sometimes sold at Anthro. This specific shirt was. So a nice kind of fun graphic bundle here. It's funny because a lot of the times I will pick items up, and I'm gonna wrap this one as well with these two. These are Free People Movement joggers, elastic waist, and they have this like intentional bleach distressing to them. So anyways, yeah, it's funny when I find items at the bins that were donated very clearly by a certain person and then they sell together because you know, whoever donated them and then whoever buys them basically have similar tastes. So yeah, I always think that's funny. And you know, when I'm shopping, for me personally, sometimes I will find like 5 or 6 items all together that I like, and it was very clearly, you know, it's very clearly because I have a similar taste to whoever donated it. So that's always kind of funny to me. Our fourth and final piece in this bundle is this Victoria's Secret maxi length 100% silk, like guess dress slash gown, nightgown. It has a cowl neck with this kind of sheer cowl drape and then an open back, really pretty. So yeah, 4-piece bundle here. And the Free People Movement pants, I didn't really mention it, but Free People Movement, which is Free People's athletic line, it sells incredibly well for me. Those didn't sell super fast, but they did have a ton of interest to them. This nightgown, I would say, sold within a couple weeks of being listed, and the 2 graphic sweater and top, those sold within a couple days of being listed. So all relatively quick flips here. And when the 3 were added together, the bundle price, I have an automatic bundle discount of 15% off 3 items or more in my closet. And so with that 15% discount already applied, the bundle price was $137. And then someone offered me $115 for the bundle, which I went ahead and accepted. I do list my items a little bit higher because I do keep that in mind, that I do have an automatic bundle discount. So it all kind of works out, even if someone offers a little bit lower after the discount. It's usually still a pretty good offer. So yeah, $115, super happy to accept that for this bundle. That made my earnings $92. I paid about $4 for everything, and so my net profit was $88. Okay, 3-piece. These are all Free People, so just keep that in mind. This first one, super cute, very oversized. This is a size small. This blouse has so many details going on. It has like a lace crochet insert, a lace up chest, tassel ties, ruffle hems, and kind of batwing sleeves. This one is a wide boxy fit with these bishop balloon sleeves, and I think I'm going to wrap these two, and then I'll wrap up the pants. So yeah, again, these were all three of these I found together in one bin, so that's kind of what I was talking about. And the nice thing about that is this person who donated these items, I think they donated like 15 or 20 things. They all were very similar styles, like really cute, graphic, boho stuff. And the best part about it was all in excellent condition. It looked like nothing had ever been worn. I guess they dry cleaned everything, or maybe they just, you know, wore things only a couple times before deciding to rotate for something new. So these are green distressed frayed hem, again, Free People pants. And these were a size 31, which was great. I do like picking up larger Free People pants. If these were a size 24, 25, I might have left them. Probably not if it was at the bins and they were in excellent condition, but I was definitely happy to see them in a size 31. It's mainly because that's not too common, unfortunately. I don't really find excellent condition larger sized items. I wish I found them more often. So this bundle, with the bundle price, again, added a 15% off. The price was $100 even, and I sent the buyer an offer of $75 with discounted shipping. They accepted that, making my earnings $58.50. Actually, I'm going to use my $10.95 box. So this one is $10.95. It's just a little bit bigger than this $10.92. So yeah, I paid about $3 for all pieces. So my net profit was $55.50. The buyer added the 3 to a bundle maybe like 30 minutes after I listed them. And so I went ahead and sent over an offer just because, again, I really like to move items quickly, and sometimes Free People pants sit for a while, like don't sell quickly. And so I did want to try to get them sold super quickly, and I did. So happy about that. And that's a great return, $55.50 on this bundle. Okay, moving on, we have a pair of boots. These are Steve Madden Troopa boots, very bread and butter seller for me. If I find Steve Madden Troopa boots, I without a doubt know that they are going to sell quickly and for a decent return. So with these, my Posh VA yet again sent out an offer of $36 with discounted shipping, and someone countered $25, which I went ahead and accepted. They did have just a little bit of wear to them, and so I was good with that price. Actually, sorry, the buyer countered $25 and then I countered at $28, which they accepted. So that made my earnings $22.40. I would say I usually make right around $20 back on this style of boot from from Steve Madden. I always kind of lump Steve Madden, Sam Edelman, and Vince Camuto together in my mind with shoes because they all sell pretty much exactly the same for me, consistently, quickly, for like that around a $20 to $30 return, I would say. And so I will continue picking them all up, especially at the bins. Actually, I think I got these from, no, these were a bins pickup, yeah. Okay, next up we have a 4-piece bundle. I already have a couple items packed up here. Well, I have them in the box. This is, I had to use just like a regular brown box for these because this bag is a little bit wider. So I will throw the brand up on the screen. It's a bag made of recycled plastic bags. And then I'm going to add a piece of paper on top of this. I think I'm going to actually wrap up this little bag just because it is beaded. It's really pretty. It's a little fully beaded bag in a leopard print. So I thought this was the cutest thing ever. The brand is Sweelo, New York. It feels super high quality. I got this at the Family Thrift Center outlet, so that means that I paid $2 for it. I actually have some little sealed AirPods, I have them just sitting down there, so I'm just going to wrap this with those just to keep it a little extra secure here. Okay, and then for the 2 clothing pieces, first off is this fresh produce printed high-low midi dress with little cutouts in back. This is a size extra large. I have talked about this brand in the past, Fresh Produce. It seems to have a following. I think they have a lot of like natural materials, cotton, linen, and almost like lag and look styles, so people seem to really like it. Last item in the bundle is this Sundance boho peasant dress. This is gorgeous. Printed, it has embroidery as well as a tassel tie at the neckline. Size extra extra large, and I actually ordered this from ThredUp's assorted brands categories. It has the brand tag attached, so I'm not sure why they listed it under assorted brands, but I saw it on the website. I knew exactly what it was because I have sold this exact dress in the past. So I think I only paid, I want to say I paid around $10 for it. So I thought that was a pretty great deal. I've been trying to film a haul forever of what I have been able to find through their assorted brands category. But I have been so busy just listing and getting these ship with me's filmed, shopping, shipping, so I haven't had time to film that ThredUp video yet, but I do want to. I'm sure I will do it soon so that I can show you guys all the really neat stuff that I have been able to find. So this bundle, I offered the buyer $115 with discounted shipping, which they did accept. That made my earnings $89.54, and I paid about $16 for everything, and so my net profit was $73.54. Alrighty, so I'll just add the label. Alrighty, so that's packed up, and whenever I have boxes like this that I have like an odd shaped item that I have to package in a regular brown box and not a box marked USPS, I usually add on a couple of these sticker strips that say priority mail so that it's obvious that this is a priority package, because otherwise it does not look like one. And that's just basically a good thing to make known. So add a couple of those just for good measure. know what? I see a tear in the side of the box. I'm just going to add a piece of tape there. Make sure there aren't any others. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so that's that. Moving on, we have a poncho. This was another bins grab. I just thought it was really pretty. Ponchos sell super well for me. It's also 50% wool, made in Portugal. It has cable knit details to it and a fringe trim, so a lot happening. I knew this would sell pretty well, even though it didn't really have any kind of brand. I picked it up based on style and material. I listed this at $45 and I got an offer, I would say maybe a month after being listed, for $29, which I went ahead and accepted. That made my earnings $23.20. I paid about $2 for it, and so my net profit was $21.20. Okay, just add our label. And then next we have yet another bundle, 4 pieces here. First off, let's see, we'll do this first. This is a midi length linen cotton blend dress. I got this because of the material, also this button detail, and midi length dresses always sell super well for me. I just like the style of this. It's like a vintage 90s brand. Second piece, this is also vintage. It's Susan Bristol. I thought this was precious. It has like a loose knit to it. It's hand embroidered, and it definitely has those cottagecore vibes to it. The embroidery is so sweet. So that's our first 2 pieces there. Going to wrap these up. You guys know me, I am short on time yet again. It seems like every time I film one of these Ship With Me videos, I try to start 30 minutes earlier than the time I did before, and somehow I always end up rushing around trying to get to the post office at the last minute. So, okay, third item is this Brandy Melville all black romper with a ruffle trim. It has like an off-shoulder elastic chest or neckline. And fourth and final piece is yet another 90s Y2K piece. It's a gingham base and then a watermelon print over the gingham base. I thought this was so cute. It is a skirt, which is always fun, very practical. So the bundle price for these 4 items with the 15% off included came out to $113, and the buyer offered me $80, which I went ahead and accepted. I have had the skirt for a while now. I would say a couple, maybe 2 or 3 months. Everything else was pretty newly listed. Yeah, everything else was listed within the last 2 to 3 weeks, I would say. And so my earnings after I accepted the $80 offer came out to $64. I paid about $5 for everything, and so my net profit was $59 on this bundle. So yeah, I was editing a thrift haul this morning until about 9:30 or 10, and then I started getting ready to come over to my office. I had to pack up 4 IKEA bags to bring over, so that took some time. And setting up for the thrift haul, or for the Ship With Me video, always takes me like at least 2.5 hours. I have to line everything up, lint roll it all, double check it all, print out my labels, write all the info. An essential black Wildfox baggy beach jumper sweatshirt here. Really nice. I did find this in the stack with all of the really cozy sweaters that I was mentioning that were like Free People and Anthropology. So yeah, really nice closet staple here. I listed this sweater for $35, and within a day or two I got an offer for $28, which I went ahead and accepted. My earnings were $22.40, and my net profit was $21.40. I was kind of worried that this would sit for a little bit just because it is so basic. It has no graphic, which is usually what Wildfox sweaters are known for. But I think the fact that it's more of a just kind of essential wardrobe staple actually helped it sell. So it's kind of a polarized thing there. Next we have about 6 more minutes, I would say. 3-piece bundle. First off is this Lulu's printed dress. It's like a shift style dress in a size large. I actually made a friend at the bins and she gave me this Lulu's dress as well as that Brandy Melville black romper that I just packaged. So I'm pretty sure she watches my videos, so if you're watching this now, thank you so much. That was really sweet of you. Second piece is this pair of Pole or P-O-L light wash flare leg jeans with a frayed bottom hem. And I think I'll wrap these two separately and then the scarf. Okay, so we have those two, and then lastly in this 3-piece we have this neutral leopard print scarf. Again, I just grabbed this from the bins, super lightweight, and I thought it would be a nice bundle piece to just kind of elevate a sale for me. And the bundle price for these 3 items with the 15% off discount was $69. Someone offered me $55, which I did accept. That made my earnings $44. I paid about $3 for everything, and so my net profit was $41. Gotta add the label, can't forget to add the label. Alrighty, next a 2-piece bundle here. This is a Lush, really cute sweater. It has a fringe trim. It's like a chunky knit sweater. I really do not ever pick up this brand because in my mind it's not a super kind of substantial brand. It's just like a Nordstrom Junior's house brand. I'm sure it's sold at like Nordstrom Rack. I used to sell it all the time when I worked at Nordstrom in the juniors department. Second piece is this pair of BDG striped shorts. You guys know me, I love that kind of mustard base color, so I had to get these. And the bundle price for these two was $56. Someone offered me $40, which I went ahead and accepted. That made my earnings $32. I paid about $2 for both items, and so my net profit was $30. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and get all of this stuff taken down, and then I will come back and finish packing up. So I will see you guys in just a little bit. Alrighty, so I am back from the post office. It is 5:55 right now. It feels like it's like 9 p.m. It's totally dark outside, so let's go ahead and wrap up these sales. Next up we have this vintage 90s color block chenille sweater. Very cool. I mentioned this in the haul video, but anything that is super unique, quirky, fun, especially vintage like this, sells so fast for me, and this was no exception. This sweater sold within like an hour of being listed, and I listed it for $28. The brand is just Blair, which I think is like a pretty mid-level, like nothing special kind of brand from the 90s, Blair. So yeah, I listed it at $28. I got an offer for $21, which I went ahead and accepted. I love a fast flip. Is the lighting okay? I think the lighting's good. So yeah, my earnings were $16.80. I paid $2 for this. I did get it at the Family Thrift Center outlet, and so my net profit was $14.80. So pretty good, no complaints there. I was kind of hesitant about picking this up when I was at the store. I don't really know why. Sometimes I can't tell if a piece has that fun, quirky flair to it, or if it's just not quite there. But then after I bought this, I was like, why was I second guessing myself? This is definitely unique and quirky, especially with the color blocking, the chenille. Okay, next is this MNG, which is Mango, that's the brand, Mango suit. I got this because it's a size large, it was new with tags, and also because it's a classic print and cut for like career wear, you know, office wear and whatnot. It's like this mini herringbone print to it. It's also really nicely made. It's fully lined, and the exterior is this really like durable, thick, it's almost like a ponte knit, so it seems like it would be really flattering. Nice length, just a great like office staple. So I listed this for, this is saying the list price was $26, but I think that's after it has been through a closet clear out sale. So I listed it higher than $26, but that was the current list price when someone offered me $23, which obviously is super fair offer. I did accept that. That made my earnings $18.40. I paid $2, so my net profit was $16.40. I do like picking up kind of basic closet staples. They always sell really well for me, especially if you can find them new with tags. I'm hoping this fits in this envelope. I think it should. Yes. I just got my huge shipment of envelopes in. I'm so excited. This is an excellent day. I have all of these here, and then I have more back here. So I think whenever the ones on the table run out, I'm going to move these here, and at that point is when I will order new envelopes. So just on the safe side that I won't ever run out again. Okay, next we have Halogen, which is a Nordstrom House brand, pretty bread and butter brand. However, again, I got this from the bins. It's a faux fur stole or scarf. This is so soft. It looks brand new, kind of like I have mentioned several times in this video. I just pick up kind of more lightweight accessories, and they end up selling pretty well usually. So I have no idea how I'm supposed to fold this. We will do that kind of thing. I know I'm probably going to get at least 3 comments asking what I'm doing with my life over this scarf fold, but that's fine. Okay, so this was yet another sale via my Posh VA Chrome extension. I've talked about it so many times just in this video, but also on my channel recently. I signed up for the service on my own. They did not like recruit me or anything, and I immediately loved it. It like tripled my sales immediately. And so I have been promoting it just because I think it's a really good tool to use to increase your sales. I do have a code. It's Mcthriftzie20 if you guys want to try it out. I think you get 20% off your first month with my code. It's only $25 a month, and with this sale alone, so it sent out an offer of $22 with discounted shipping. Someone accepted that. My earnings came out to $15.14, and my net profit was $14.14. So, I mean, this sale almost pays for the service all month, and I have had so many sales this month so far just from Posh VA sending out offers. I also use it to share my closet every day, and I mean, I get countless sales from just sharing my closet more consistently. Okay, so next up, Sam Edelman Espadrille flats, super cute. These are genuine leather upper, and they have this reptile texture to them, like a multicolored snake skin, and they're in really good shape. That's the sole there. So I listed these at $35. I got an offer for $27. Again, super fair. I did accept that. That made my earnings $21.60 and my net profit $20.60. These were a bins pickup. And whenever I have a pair of shoes like this, I use my 1092 box, and I close up one side, add the shoes, and then I add in, I crumple up a piece of my packing paper, and then I put that at the top of the box just to kind of fill that extra space so that the shoes don't really have anywhere to move around. And that keeps them very secure. If you can hear, there is no movement in there. Alrighty. Next, another pair of shoes. These are rag and bone, really pretty. These are handmade shoes, boots, right? Yeah, handmade. Really, really nice. I forget the retail on these, but I'm sure it was around like $500 or $600. Rag and bone is so expensive. And these did have a little bit of wear to them, mostly to the back heel. With shoes, anytime I'm listing shoes, if they have any wear or even no wear at all, I always try to take as many pictures as possible. I usually take all 16 pictures. That's how many Poshmark allows in one listing. And I usually fill up that amount, taking every single angle of the shoes, just because I think that does help items sell a little bit better when potential buyers feel like they can see every single angle and corner of the shoe. I think that gives them a little more comfort in buying online because they feel like they know what the shoes will actually look like when they come in. I'm way more likely to buy a pair of shoes that have 16 pictures to them as opposed to like 2 pictures front and back, because I feel like, you know, there could be some wear that I'm not able to see. It's really good to be thorough with shoes, with anything you're selling really, but especially shoes. So these fill up pretty much the whole box, so I will go ahead and just place them in there. So yeah, I highly recommend you guys take lots and lots of photos of shoes, every angle, sole, toe. I especially zoom in on toes, back heel, the sides, the interior of the shoes, just everything. So I listed these rag and bone booties for $65. I got an offer of $50, I would say a week or two after being listed, probably about a week. I did accept that, making my earnings $40. I paid about $2 at the bins, so my net profit was $38. Next up, we have a two-piece bundle. I love these items. This first one is Barefoot Dreams, one of my absolute favorite brands to sell. This is also in a size extra large. That's a fantastic combo. It's long line. I mean, this thing feels like a literal dream. So I had to get this. And I'm going to wrap this separately from the second piece, just because the second piece is tie-dye, and I would hate for any of that to seep onto this piece. I don't think it would, but you can never be too careful when it comes to Barefoot Dreams. Okay, next and last piece in this bundle is this tie-dye t-shirt. I just grabbed this at the bins. I could tell that it just seemed like a really nice quality t-shirt. It's like super thick and soft, and the disbursement, is that a word? The tie-dye was dispersed super evenly and nicely. So I did go ahead and get it, even with no brand tag, no size tag, and I just measured it. I actually ran a Google image search of this shirt, and it came back that it was originally sold at Urban Outfitters through their Urban Renewal line, which would definitely make sense with how nice the quality is. So for these two pieces, when they were bundled together, the price was $93. The buyer did send me an offer for $70, which I thought was awesome. Very quickly after being listed, within, I would say, a day or two of being listed, I did accept that. That made my earnings $56 and my net profit $53. So very happy with that. And that just goes to show you, even if a piece has no tags, it can still be worth the pickup, especially at the bins, if it has some sellable features to it. Tie-dye is a classic print. Same with like leopard, gingham. There's just, you know, sets of prints that are very popular and can be worth the pickup even if there's no brand. I mean, the quality was what really sold me on the t-shirt. If this was like a polyester or something, I definitely would have left it behind, but I could just tell that it was a really nice piece, so I did get it. Okay, moving along, we have this Lucky brand. This is actually new at tags, size medium dress. It retailed for $129. Really pretty embroidery at the chest area, and then a button back. I love the rust color. And these were actually both bins grabs. The second and last is this Gap. It's like 90s Gap. Actually, I think this is early 2000s. I looked at the inside tag during the thrift haul. Yeah, 2006. So mid 2000s. And this I got because it has that Y2K grandpa style vest vibe. It would be really cute for layering. You could layer like a white turtleneck underneath. It also was 100% lamb's wool, and it has a Fair Isle print to it. So really anything that has a combination of a Fair Isle print with a nice fabric content is a for sure seller in my book. I know for sure that it's going to sell really quick and really well. like, you know, wool or cashmere with Fair Isle, just 100%. So the bundle price for these two was $67 and I was offered $50. I did accept that. That made my earnings $40 and my net profit $38. So definitely happy with that. Yeah. All right. Yet another bundle, 3 pieces here. First off are these Target pants. They're from Target. The brand is Wild Fable. Are these not the cutest pants you guys have ever seen? So they're this great fall brown color. It's like a corduroy ribbed material. And then this fabric covered belt with like a paper bag waist. I mean, these are like prime kind of pants in my opinion for this time of year. So even though it's just Target, I did 100% get these at the bins. I have no problem picking up mall brands if they have a lot going for them. They are great bundle pieces that help elevate your sales. And, you know, it's also nice to just keep more items out of the landfill. Okay, and last 2 pieces for this bundle. This is Anthropologie's House brand. It's just by Anthropologie. Size extra small, petite. And I got this in my Jomar mystery box. I have had this for maybe a month and a half now. I have noticed that red colored items have been selling pretty well right now. I have another red piece coming up. I've had this forever, so I think people are gearing up for the holidays. Last piece in this bundle is this Madewell Central shirt. And if you guys are not familiar with the specific style of shirt called the Central shirt from Madewell, I highly suggest you Google it and familiarize yourself with the cut and the prints that they have because it sells incredibly well. It's a very popular style, specific style of piece from Madewell. I would say the Central shirt, the Kent cardigan, anything in their coziest yarn fabric, which is exclusive to Madewell. It's like an alpaca merino wool blend. Anything in that fabric makeup sells extremely well. Those are just a couple examples of good sellers from Madewell that I can think of off the top of my head. And their bags. I mean, any leather bags from Madewell sell great. Okay, so for this, I sent the buyer a bundle of $65 with free shipping. Mainly because I wanted to move the red sweater because, you know, it's holiday season, it's prime time to get that sold. And it was accepted. That made my earnings $44.55. I paid $12 for everything, a little bit higher because the red sweater did come from Jomar, and so my net profit was $32.55. So happy with that. Next up, a super cute ModCloth novelty cheetah print little skater skirt. This did have a couple flaws. It has just kind of like a little bit of like a few runs to the fabric. Really nothing major or noticeable at all. And a little bit of wash wear. And normally I would leave it behind. Like if this was just a plain purple skirt from ModCloth with the same amount of wear, I would have left it behind. But because it had that cheetah print, I still got it for sure because I knew it would sell. Novelty prints are just very desirable, very popular. I listed this at $32. Someone offered me within like an hour of it being listed, someone offered me $23, which I took. That made my earnings $18.40. I paid $2, so I made $16.40 on that skirt. Really pretty piece. This is soft surroundings. It's a duster kimono cardigan. The main portion is like a navy net or mesh, and then there's like this ivory embroidery throughout. Floral, so pretty. I got this again from the bins, extremely lightweight, and I listed this at $40. Within an hour, I got an offer of $36. So we love that. We love a fast and fair offer. I did accept. That made my earnings $28.80. Super lightweight, so my net profit was about $27.80. So thrilled about this. You guys know how I feel about soft surroundings. If I could only sell one brand, it might actually be soft surroundings. I know it's not the trendiest, but it's usually really good quality. I really like all of their styles. Maybe Sundance, I don't know, maybe it would be Sundance. One of those two. All right, next. Banana Republic lemon print blouse. Again, novelty print. If this were just a plain blue top, I would have left it, but the fact that it has a lemon print, bell sleeve, it's like a boxy cut with a v-neck, had so much going for it. I did have to get it size medium. If this were at Goodwill for $6, that's what my regular Goodwills charge for tops, I probably would have left it. Yeah, but you know, getting it from the bins, I only paid about $1, and so I forget what I listed it for, probably around 25-ish. Posh VA sent out an offer of $19, which is kind of shipping. That was accepted, which made my earnings $12.74 and my net profit $11.74. So yeah, if I had paid $6 for this at Goodwill, it wouldn't have been worth it, but I'm so happy with an almost $12 profit. Everything adds up, and you know, we have one more shirt being sent off to a new home instead of a landfill. So that makes me happy. Super cute. Alrighty, we are kind of winding down here. 3 pieces in this bundle. First off, these are BB Dakota size 6, like Aztec printed shorts. They're almost like a tapestry material. And one of my friends actually gave these to me to resell. The second and third pieces, I think I'm just gonna wrap these all together. Actually, I'll wrap these separate. So these are both Matilda Jane ruffle leg pants for girls. I think these are a size 8 and these are a size 4. They're both super cute and they both have a corduroy velvet texture to them. I mentioned it when I hauled these, but the ruffle hem pants from Matilda Jane seem to be sought after. I did sell a women's pair of these. Like, they looked exactly like these except they were all black for $30 within like a day of being listed. So yeah, definite kind of bolo style from Matilda Jane. Add these. used to sell BB Dakota when I worked in the juniors department at Nordstrom. It had a pretty high retail price. The quality wasn't always amazing, but it did have a lot of fun kind of boho style pieces. So for these 3 items, the bundle price with the 15% discount built in came out to $56. I did get an offer of $47, which I went ahead and accepted. That made my earnings $37.60 and my net profit $35.60. I got both the Matilda Jane pants from the bins, and then the shorts were from a friend. So yeah, I sold a skirt from the same friend coming up, and so I am going to quick pay her a portion of the earnings, because that's what friends do, and that keeps your friends continuing to give you items. If you give them a cut, that incentivizes, you know, a nice little what's the word, symbiotic relationship. Is that what it is? When you're both, this takes me back to biology class. I forget. What's the one where you're both, I'm pretty sure it is symbiotic relationship. Anywho, we have Express. This is a camo button-down shirt. I got this because it had a good combination of sellable factors. First off, it is a camo print, which is a classic print, always popular. Also new with tags, and it is the boyfriend cut, oversized kind of boyfriend cut, which is popular. That's a keyword. Some people search just boyfriend button down because they like that relaxed look. And the retail price on the tag was $60, so you know, mall brands are still expensive. Everything retail is expensive. So yeah, at the bins I will totally pick up this kind of shirt. So I listed this top for $25, and within a couple hours I got an offer for $22. I did accept that, making my earnings $17.60 and my net profit $16.60. 2-piece bundle. First off is this, it's like a botanical leaf print sheep plus sky romper. I don't typically buy this brand, but my neighbor, I bought some stuff from my neighbor, and this was just kind of a piece that was added in to what I bought. And so, you know, of course I listed it. It's new with tags. It's a cute print, and rompers and jumpsuits sell especially well for me. So I did list that. And then next is this new with tags Free People red collar top. I got this from the Family Thrift Center outlet for $2, and it retailed for $58. So happy with this. And the bundle price for the two was $46. I got an offer for $30, which I did go ahead and accept, mainly because I have had both of these pieces for more than a couple months at this point, and so I did want to move them out. Again, it's a great time to move a red colored item, and also the romper I basically got for free, so I'm happy with the offer of $30. My earnings were $24, and my net profit was around $22. I did already profit from what I bought from my neighbor. I think I paid her $200, and she gave me some pretty nice dresses from Revolve. So again, it's good to tell people what you do. We met at the pool, and we just were chatting about, you know, what we do for work, and turns out she loves fashion. She had a lot of clothing, and so I ended up buying some stuff from her. So Next up, we have yet another new with tags piece. This was something that I mentioned, I think, in my last Ship With Me video, but you should see an uptick in new with tags items selling. A lot of people are buying secondhand to gift to people for Christmas or during the holidays. And so if you have anything new with tags that's unlisted, I would highly suggest you guys go ahead and get it listed. It has a higher likelihood of selling this time of year, in my opinion. This is really pretty. I love the dark floral velvet to this. A great colder weather piece here. So I listed this cardigan kimono for $35. Within a week of being listed, I got an offer for $25. I did go ahead and accept that. That made my earnings $20 and my net profit $19. This was yet another bins pickup. Okay, I think our last, oh yeah, we have 3 more. Our last 3 sales here. Johnny Was extra large, gorgeous tunic top, shark bite hem with the scoop neck, and classic Johnny Was embroidery. This top did have some washwear and pilling, which I was sure to take close-up pictures of, but the fact that it was a size extra large with the embroidery, and it didn't have any holes or anything like that, no major damage, so I did still get it. I listed it at $30 and it was a full price sale. So, you know, if you have a brand that is popular enough or the retail price is high enough, that can carry it even if it does have flaws. So my earnings were $24. I'm definitely happy with that. This sold within a day of being listed. My net profit was $22. And it's really a pretty piece. It definitely still has a lot of life left and definitely makes a really pretty statement. So I hope the buyer enjoys that. And then we have, okay, so I've already packed this sale up, but basically it's a bundle of 4 cozy sweaters. I mentioned it earlier, but I just stumbled upon a couple bins that were very clearly all one person's donations, and they were all like really fun. A lot of them were fun, like loungewear style pieces, like the Wildfox sweaters, but then there were also a lot of more basic type pieces. Like this is just a bundle of 4 basic waffle knit sweaters. 3 of them are from Aerie, which is a subset of American Eagle. It's like their loungewear line. The stuff sells really well. And then 1 piece is Urban Outfitters. They all had a tiny amount of wear to them, just like very minimal wash wear. And so because they're not super substantial pieces with that wash wear, I didn't want to get them and sell them individually. So I just picked up 4 pieces, added them to a bundle, and it sold for $63. So yeah, I listed the bundle for $70 and I got an offer for $63, which I did accept. That made my earnings $50.40. I probably paid about $1 per item, and so my net profit was $45.40 on this bundle. So that's a win-win in my book. You know, the retail price for all of these was probably around $200, I would say. I mean, Aerie sweaters and that kind of stuff aren't super cheap, so the buyer gets a pretty good deal on a lounge bundle, and I'm happy with my profit. So definite win-win there. That's definitely an option at the bins to pick stuff up and bundle it. And our very last sale here is this Alice and Olivia size 4 100% leather. Is this lamb leather? I think it's lamb leather skirt. Really pretty. This is the piece that I was mentioning. It's another piece from my friend. Yeah, 100% lamb leather. And I listed this at $110. It sold. Someone sent me an offer this morning for $90, which I went ahead and accepted. So my earnings were $72, and I will quick pay her 50% of my earnings. So I'll make $36 and she'll make $36 on this skirt. I guess I will put into this long box. I feel like I packaged this super weird, but whatever, as long as the leather isn't damaging itself during transit. So I did want to quickly say thank you for giving me your feedback, everyone, about the long versus short videos. I think all but one person said that they liked the longer videos, which was really nice to hear. I'm glad you guys enjoy them. That makes it a little bit easier on me because it's easier if I just kind of, you know, knock it all out. Editing does take a really long time, but I'm happy to just get it all done with like one round of things. And I'm really glad that you guys enjoy the longer videos. It's honestly really fun for me to package up while talking. It makes it go by way faster. It's definitely more fun. And I hope you guys learn a thing or two. I hope it's interesting. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. This video, I don't think this video will go up before Thanksgiving. I have several that I still need to upload before this one. So if it's after Thanksgiving, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. And I'm definitely thankful and grateful for all of you. Y'all are so sweet in my comments, and you really do uplift my spirits when you leave me really sweet messages. It really, really does mean a lot to me. So thank you guys so much. I will see y'all in my next video. Bye guys.